days.
4 days. Are you new to AA?
No, I got sober in 1984.
And then now you when
I said, fuck it all. Okay. And I
what,
got a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of wild turkey and got shit faced. So here I am. And if
what
you
is
think it
af-
can't happen to you,
after how
it's
many years?
40.
You had 40 years and you went out and you started drinking?
Yep.
What would make you do that?
The election.
Oh, really? You got drunk over Donald Trump? And
Yep.
he doesn't even drink.
Doesn't need to.
It's like great. Okay, well, of course I have 46 years and uh I don't know. Anyways, so what do you think? You sobered up 4 days ago and
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a blackout drunk. I'm a DUI drunk. And, I'm back because I know that this is the last house on the block.
well, let me tell you something, okay? Just so you know. We've had a couple of other people. One guy came in, what did he have, 41 years or so, and he decides he retires and he decides he's going at 68, he's going to have a last hurrah. And for some reason he started drinking and he started going to bars. He wanted to meet a girlfriend, and the only place that he could think was in a bar, so he purposely started drinking. Then he gets a DUI, then he gets sick, and he shows up here. So for you, let's see here. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna
I'm
fix it.
I'm
What's
80.
what's that?
I'm 80 years old.
You are, well, you're in a room full of 80-year-olds.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I mean, except for me, I'm like 13. And
And I'm
if
glad to be here and I'll be quiet. So,
no, don't be quiet. Listen, so if you come, if tomorrow's Dog Thursday, you notice Cassie's dog just showed up in anticipation of Thursday. So this is the perfect meeting for you. And I'm Jan, alcoholic, 46 years. I'm all knowing. Uh, you know, don't there's only one
like,
know-it-all in this meeting, and I'm glad you're here. So don't feel, hey, listen, those 40 years, you don't fucking lose those. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, you don't. Otherwise, probably if you kept drinking when you got sober in your 20s, you probably would have died. I mean, like me, I got sober in my 20s and I was not long for this world, I'll tell you.
I'd be dead.
Yeah. All right. So glad you're here, girl.
Thanks.
Yep. Let's go talk to Lori. Hi, Lori. How are you? If you're wondering when the meeting starts, it's already started. This is kind of how this meeting goes. Lori, hi, where are you calling from and how long are you sober?
Calling from Virginia, and I've been sober for 56 days.
Well, glad you're here. You'll have to mute her because I just lost her. You guys can change your names, incidentally. We left that up there for, I think. So somebody turned it off. Have a look. Okay, now you can change your names. Um, Ron in Kentucky, how are you? How many days sober are you, Ron?
I'm Ron. I'm alcoholic. I'm sober 76 days.
All right, glad you're here. Dan. Hey, Dan, how are you? Where are you calling from, Dan, and how long are you sober?
Cleveland, Ohio, since Sunday.
Cleveland, since Sunday. You ever been to AA before?
Nope. Probably should have been.
Should have been, yeah, I know. A lot of us should have been. Well, I did start coming in my 20s. I'm one of those people that showed up on time. Everybody else got here late. No, but listen, seriously, glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Okay, perfect. Um, okay, Cassie, you gotta watch this, please. Jay, hey, how are you, Jay? Are you um are you here for the AA meeting and where are you calling from today?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
What
34-year-old alcoholic addict. I am from Torrance, California, on day one.
on day one, have you been to AA before?
Yes, I have.
And so what happened? Did you ever get sober or no or what?
Not really. I got to be honest, it's just, it's I got the hook, so I want to keep coming back.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, listen, glad you and your first name is Jay.
Jason, sorry about that.
Jason, Jason. Okay. Glad you're here. Welcome aboard. MJ, how are you? Where are you calling from? And are you here for AA? And how long have you been sober? Jan to MJ. Yeah.
Yeah, my name MJ. I'm calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I am 4 days sober.
4 days. Have you been to AA before?
Yeah, I'm kind of like a bender drinker, so I do 45 days and then just go on like a 2-day bender and then do 45 days. And I've been in that like cycle for like 4 or 5 years now. And it's just in that bender, in those 2 days I get just messed up. I ruin a lot of shit. So
Isn't it amazing how that happens?
yeah,
It's just, it's like alcohol just seems to take over, doesn't it? Gets inside your body when you pick up that first drink and there's no quitting.
right.
Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy illness. Glad you're here. Welcome
Thank you.
to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. Um, Tara, hi Tara. How are you? Are you here for AA and where are you calling from today? Jan to Tara.
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm sober 64 days, 65 days. I'm from South Carolina.
All right. Tara from South Carolina. 65 days. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Here we go. Joe in Boston, how are you? You have 13 days, is that right? You can change you can change your name. Did you know that, Joe?
I didn't know that, or I don't know how to do that. I heard you say it, but
Oh, you'll have to you scroll over your three dots and then you change your name.
oh,
But
okay.
they just fixed it for you.
I
Okay.
thought it was one of those things you had to do
No,
when it was
we let you,
off in your
we let
account.
you do it. We let you do it because
Okay.
you're a big girl. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing here? Right now, we're going through the room, clearing off the Zoom bombers, seeing who's here. James C. Hey, James, how are you? Where are you calling from, and how long have you been sober?
I'm calling from New Jersey, and I've been sober for 9 days.
9 days in New Jersey. Okay, good. You ever been to AA before, or is this your first
Yes.
time?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is
So,
the first time.
well, glad you're here. There's Robert. We'll just put him in Florida, and he's got 500 days. Every day he's got 500 days. What? No, just fuck that guy. 500 days. Florida. So, Cassie, how are you? Are you good? Yeah. All right. Well, that's nice to hear. Jess, how's it going,
Hello.
Jess?
Hi,
Hey, where are you
Hi.
calling from? How long are you sober?
I'm from New York and I've been sober for 19 days.
19 days in New York. In New York City, or
No,
where?
upstate New York.
You've been to this meeting before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop.
Thank
Have
you.
you been to AA before?
Yes.
Well, what do you mean? You had to think? Oh, you were
No,
like
I have.
you've been to one or two. Like, did you ever get sober before or no?
I have for different stretches, yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, here you are at
Yep.
Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. This
Thank
is
you.
where miracles come through. Pay attention. This is not one of those meetings where you wander around your house, because this is a class. Put that up again. Explain to everybody what we're doing, please. Ryan, hey Ryan, how are you? You're in Scotland, right? It has to be. I think it's Ryan. Is this Ryan in Glasgow with 11 years? Has to be. Well, he's fell asleep. Okay, just put that Ryan Glasgow. Yeah, good job. All right, let's talk to Ali. Hey, Ali, how are you? Where are you calling from today, and how long have you been sober?
Hi, Allie from Indiana, and I'm on day one.
Day one. Okay, and have you been to AA before, or are you new here?
I did some online Zoom stuff in July, and then it fell off. So here I am picking it up again, and I
Well,
never did
here's
anything.
the deal. Here's the deal. Come to this meeting if you want to for 5 days in a row. And this goes to everybody who's here. It's new. Come for 5 days in a row, see how you like it, and
Okay.
then we will put you to work because you have entered the zone. This is like a sports talk show, except it's like AA. You know, you're like, oh no, not one of these fucking guys. Yep, it's sure we sure are. And welcome to Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. You were totally in the right place, 100%. Did he say totally? Yeah. Oh God. Okay, we have Aaron here. Aaron, this is so much fun. Is this the Aaron that we know and love, or no?
No, this is new.
Oh, you're another Aaron. Hi, how are you?
Yep. Hi.
Where are you calling from today, and how long have you been sober?
Middle of Washington. This is day one.
Day one. And did you say like Washington State?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Have you been to AA before?
Yes. I relapsed after 15 months.
After 15 months, okay. Well, welcome to Newcomer Slipper
Thank
Step
you.
Workshop. This meeting is the meeting for you. This meeting absolutely works. It's Newcomer Slippers Step Workshop. Let's go talk to Anna. Anna has her dog. Anna, tomorrow's Dog Thursday. Everybody brings their dogs. So, where are you calling from, and how long are you sober?
Hi,
What's
Anna, alcoholic, Long Island, New York, and I have 3 days today back.
3 days back? Okay, good job. Glad you're here. Luis, you're back with us, huh? How are you? Luis Duran. So where are you calling from, Luis, and how long are you sober?
4 years. I'm calling from Austin.
Austin, Texas. Okay, welcome aboard.
Okay.
Glad you're back with us. Da, da, da. Okay, this is very exciting here. Well, hey, Matt, if you would care to put up everything to read, and we'll let you read. I think.
Yeah, I can start reading.
No, hang on. Before you do that, everybody, now is when we turn your video on. If you can turn your video on if you want to. We turn everything off, and Matt's going to explain everything to you guys. So, Matt, over to you.
Okay. Mad Alcoholic, welcome to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this meeting is for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 5 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, give writing and reading assignments. We'll teach you an AA program. We move right along here and people get well here. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meetings, it's not a speakers meeting nor a discussion meeting. It's more like an AA class, AA 101. You want to have the attitude of learning, do the assigned reading and writing on the steps. We'll take you through the steps and AA books in short order. So if you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this meeting is for you. Security for Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. We use the waiting room. When you come in, we ask your first name, last initial, country or city, and how long you've been sober. We have chat turned off. You can chat with the host or co-host. Unmute is turned off. Cameras and pictures are turned off at the beginning of each meeting, and we turn them on later. We don't exchange phone numbers. You can get the number of the host for text and support. Here is our email for meeting confirmation. stepworkshop1@gmail.com. This is good for school, class, work, probation, court orders, etc. And there's a link to the meeting in chat. We do all of the above for safety reasons, since everyone is new here and we want to protect you. Zoom bombers try to get in, and the above eliminates them. You'll notice this is a step workshop and not a speakers or discussion meeting. It's like a class, AA 101, AA University. It's a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Everybody works in the group and moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. Glad you could make it. Announcements. AA in this meeting is supported by our own contributions to Seven Traditions. You can make donations to @Jann-Scott in Venmo. Contributions go to pay for Zoom, and we make monthly donations to Boulder 1 AA and Boulder County AA. We spend about $250 a month. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday's step meeting, 12 and 12, Me Monday. Tuesday's Big Book, T-shirt Tuesday, AA Inspired is preferred. Today, Wednesday, is As Bill Sees It, and it's Sunglass Wednesday. Thursday's Beginners, steps 1, 2, or 3, or any beginner-related topic, and it's Dog Thursday. Friday's Open, the chair picks the topic, and it's Cat Friday. Saturday, Living Sober, Virtual Background Day, and Sunday, Daily Reflections, Fashion Sunday. Please join me in the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. AA Preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We're self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not aligned with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. There's a link to the Newcomers packet in chat. And with that, back to you, Jan, in the studio.
Hey, thanks, Matt, for reading. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. For those of you who are new, we started this meeting in 2020 during the pandemic. And we noticed that everybody who was coming here was either slipping or coming back, or they were new. And so we started Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. And the reason we're doing it this way is I had a sponsor when I had 11 years sober, and my life wasn't going so well. I had a relationship coming to an end, a business starting to fail. So he said, hey, come to my house on Wednesday nights. We do this meeting, which is just like this, and see if we can help you out. And sure enough, within about a month, I had worked my way through all 12 steps, and everything changed. And I thought, oh my God, I didn't realize this is what AA was about. I thought Alcoholics Anonymous was about going to meetings and sharing how your day went. Nobody had explained to me how what AA is. It's a 12-step process how to live your life without drinking. In 1932, the year Prohibition ended, Alcoholics Anonymous started, and the first 100 members of AA put this program together, which is what? It's simply a 12-step process. You know, it's a process like when you go to therapy and your therapist says, it's a process. Well, that's what AA is. It's a 12-step process, teaches you how to live your life without drinking. It's not going to meetings, sitting back, listening, or complaining about your cat. I've been to plenty of meetings where people say, oh, my cat, blah, blah, blah. It's like, who the fuck cares? Not about your cat. It's about this 12-step process, how to live your life, Matt, without drinking. So we have Cat Friday on Fridays for people that want to complain about their cats. Just bring your cat in, and Friday would be the day. Tomorrow is Thursday. Those people that have a love affair with their dog, show up on Thursday with your dog, and it'll be perfect. I'm sorry, that was the wrong word. It'll be great for the dog and you. But meanwhile, this is a class. This is where we take you through all 12 steps to the AA program in about a month and a half. This is a class. No way. Yes, it is. It's a workshop. It's like AA 101, AA University. We are a one-stop shop. We'll take you through the whole process in about a month and a half. So what happens here? We sponsor you. I need a sponsor. Bam, you've got one. We sponsor you. We'll give reading and writing assignments. We read 5 different books here in this meeting. If you need meeting confirmation, we'll do that for you too. Everything. Okay, so We do it the way that they did it in the 1930s, which was just brilliant. And how the hell, they had an 80 to 100% success rate in the first 100 members of AA. You know what the success rate of Alcoholics Anonymous is today? About 10%. Because people go and they talk about their cats. I'm like, what the fuck kind of meeting is this? I thought I came in here because, I'm suffering from alcoholism. Nobody tells me anything. And not only that, people are going on about their cat, their husband, their wife, no, we're not doing any of that. Okay, so watch this. So today is Wednesday. We read from As Bill Sees It. And today, if raise your hand, who has the book? If you have the book, raise your hand. And then Matt's put up the all the page numbers. Are they up there, Matt? There they are. So there's the link to it. We're going to read Unwillingness from page 488, 106. So I prefer if you have the book. Don't want to see you read from like trying to read online. Total waste. Okay, so go ahead, Charlie. You got the book in Nebraska, page 4. Are you with us? There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Introduce yourself, okay?
Charlie, alcoholic, popping 5 days. Glad to be here. I don't think my book matches yours. Are we starting on?
You're in As Bill Sees It, right? No, you're not in As Bill Sees It. All right, let's go over to Emily. Emily, page 4, and As Bill Sees It.
Okay. Hey, Emily, addict. Can we choose? We must never be blinded by the futile philosophy that we are just the hapless victims of our inheritance,
Oh, you're
of our
breaking up.
life experience.
Okay, wait a minute. Here, let me turn your video off. Hang on, stop. Okay, keep going.
Of our life experience and of our surroundings, that these are the sole forces that make our decisions for us. This is not the road to freedom. We have to believe that we can really choose. As active alcoholics, we lost our ability to choose whether we would drink. We were the victims of a compulsion which seemed to decree that we must go on with our own destruction. Yet we finally did make choices that brought about our recovery. We came to believe that alone we were powerless over alcohol. This was surely a choice and a most difficult one. We came to believe that a higher power could restore us to sanity when we became willing to practice AA's 12 steps. In short, we chose to become willing, and no better choice did we ever make.
Read the bottom part. Tell everybody where it's from.
Oh, 1, Grapevine, November 1960, 2, letter 1966.
Yeah, that's where it's from. That's what we're reading As Bill Sees It, letters from Bill Wilson that he wrote, and they compiled them into one big book. Okay, Debbie, you're next page, which would be page 88.
Hello, Debbie, alcoholic. We AAs know the futility of trying to break the drinking obsession by willpower alone. However, we do know that it takes great willingness to adopt AA's 12 steps as a way of life that can restore us to sanity. No matter how grievous the alcohol obsession, we happily find that other vital choices can still be made. For example, we can choose to admit that we are personally powerless over alcohol. That dependence upon a higher power is a necessity, even if this be simply dependence upon an AA group. Then we can choose to try for a life of honesty and humility, of selfless service to our fellows and to God as we understand him. As we could continue to make these choices and so move toward these high aspirations, our sanity returns and the compulsion to drink vanishes. And that's from the letter from 1966.
Yeah, we don't know really who Bill Wilson had written to there, but he apparently wrote letters to a lot of different people. Okay, go ahead, Ron, you're up. What, page 106? Everybody else is following along, right?
I'm Ron, I'm alcoholic. Perfect humility. For myself, I try to seek out the truest definition of humility that I can. This will not be the perfect definition because I shall always be imperfect. At this writing, I would choose one like this. Absolute humility would consist of a state of complete freedom from myself, freedom from all the claims that my defects of character now lay so heavily upon me. Perfect humility would be a full willingness in all times and places to find and to do the will of God. When I meditate upon such a vision, I need not be dismayed because I shall never attain it, nor need I swell the presumption that one of these days its virtues shall all be mine. I only need to dwell on the vision itself, letting it grow and evermore fill my heart. This done, I can compare it to my last taken personal inventory. Then I get a sane and healthy idea of where I stand on the highway to humility. I see that my journey toward God has scarce begun. As I thus get down to my right size and stature, my self-concern and importance become amusing. And that's from the Grapevine, June of 1961.
Okay, Rebecca, you're up next. What is it? 109, I guess, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I just pressed. Hang on. Oh, here I go. Learn in quiet. In
Wait,
1941,
nope. It's page 109, freedom.
oh, got it. Freedom through acceptance. We admitted we couldn't lick alcohol with our own remaining resources. And so we accepted the further fact that dependence upon a higher power of only our AA group could do this hitherto impossible job. The moment we were able to accept these facts fully, our release from the alcohol compulsion had begun. For most of us, this pair of acceptance had required a lot of exertion to achieve. Our whole treasured philosophy of self-sufficiency had to be cast aside. This had not been done with sheer willpower. It came instead as the result of developing this willingness to accept these new facts of living. We neither ran nor fought, but except we did, and then we began to be free.
All right.
Grapevine, March 1962.
Excuse me. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Matt, would you call in the next person? My computer just glitched.
Hello, I'm Joe. I'm an alcoholic. We're on page 115.
That's right. Essence of growth.
Essence of growth. Let us never fear needed change. Certainly, we have to discriminate between changes for worse and changes for better. But once a need becomes clearly apparent in an individual, in a group, or in AA as a whole, it has long since been found out that we cannot stand still and still look the other way. The essence of growth, of all growth, is a willingness to change for the better, and then an unremitting willingness to shoulder whatever responsibility that this entails.
Where's that from?
Essence of growth.
At the very bottom of the page. What's it say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Grapevine. Something I can't read. 1965.
Yeah,
volume.
so Bill wrote that in the Grapevine in 1965. Okay, Sam, you're next. You're at
Thank you, Jan.
page 122.
Yep. Sam, grateful alcoholic. Defects and repairs. No matter how much one wishes to try, exactly how can he turn his will and his own life over to the care of whatever God he thinks there is? A beginning, even the smallest, is all that is needed. Once we have placed the key of willingness in the lock and have placed the key of willingness in the lock and have the door ever so slightly open, we find we can always open it some more. Though self-will may slam it shut again, as it frequently does, it will always respond the moment we again pick up the key of willingness. 12 and 12, page 35.
Thank you. Okay, Laura, you're up.
Lori, an alcoholic. This is on page 137, Beyond Agnosticism. We have agnostic temperament, found that as soon as we were able to lay aside prejudice and express even a willingness to believe in a power greater than ourselves, we commenced to get results, even though it was impossible for any of us to fully define or comprehend that power, which is God. Many people soberly assured me that man has no better place in the universe than that of another competing organism, fighting its way through life only to perish in the end. Hearing this, I feel like that I still prefer to cling to the so-called illusion of religion, which in my own experience has meaningfully told me something very different. This is from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 46, and a letter from 1946.
All right, perfect. So there we go. We're reading Unwillingness. Some of you asked, no, we were not reading from the big book. We were reading from this book right here. This book is called As Bill Sees It. We use 5 different books in this meeting, and you can order this one online. Matt's going to put up, or Cassie, one of them, going to put up all the books we read and where you can get them. Okay. Okay, so we're going to move on now. We're going to start doing classroom work right here, so you'll kind of see how this meeting goes. What's going on is everybody is in the process of doing this 12-step process, but here are the books we read right there. You can buy them new or used, all right? And also, let's put up the address to email address. If you need meeting confirmation, you can write to us here at stepworkshop1@gmail, and we will answer away. And then the only question I have is either Aaron or one of you guys. Lisa, would you guys get back to me? And then I'll give you a login to our email and you can answer. We get a lot of people that write to us every day, and we need some people to answer the letters that we get. It's just the usual normal kind of fun. Keeps you plugged in, okay? Cool. Very good. Sure thing, Jen. Which book should I start with? The Alcoholics Anonymous book, called Alcoholics Anonymous. Make sure they're published by Alcoholics Anonymous. There are pirates out there. Don't get a pirate book because they're always wrong. All right, so let's do classroom work right now. You can ask away if you want to. We're going to get to everybody here. So, Lori, what was your last reading and writing assignment?
Step 2, if God were my best friend, what would be 10 attributes?
All right, so Matt's going to put that up so that everybody can see what the assignment was. Go ahead, Lori. What did you come up with?
Someone that would guide me through the program and help me stay in the program. Someone to help me find hope for my future. Someone who can help me make life meaningful again. Someone who can see me through my bluntness and stoicism and call me out, and someone who will never let me forget I'm an alcoholic.
I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that. Someone who will help me stay sober. People always forget that. God. So step 3 says, kids, made the decision to turn our will and our life over to the care of God as we understood him. But if we don't understand God, we go back to step 2, which says, came to believe a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. So in our written exercise here, which is just put over in chat, we ask you to write 10 attributes of a best friend if God were a best friend with superhuman powers. So you get to describe your own God. So for me, it would be someone who would always be there for me, someone who would heal me, heal my alcoholism, heal my mind, heal my obsession, my compulsion. uh, someone that cared about me. Superhuman. So that's excellent. Good job on that. So start now tomorrow. Read pages 60 through 63. That's the third step, and then we'll take the third step with you tomorrow. Okay. Good
Okay.
job. Yeah. Way to go. Way to go. Sam, how you doing? What are you working on?
Hey, Jan. Sam, Griff Alcoholic. You had me read over pages 84 to 88 again. Essentially reflect on the steps 10 and 11. Go into my spirituality a little deeper, I suppose.
Well,
But I don't
okay, on
believe the game.
84
Good.
through 88, wait, 84 through 88 is a process. It is making, it's not reflection. Those are action steps. They are about um, making you um, re-examine your day. In fact, Matt or Cassie, if you guys could put up 84 through 88, everybody turn to your big book, pages 84, 88. If you don't have a book, you can follow along online. And here we go. We'll call in our. Okay, are you there, Sam?
I am indeed.
Okay, follow along here. Where's Jeff? Jeff, you're here, right? We're going to call on our AA expert, Jeff, 39 years. You want to start reading, Jeff? Here it goes. This thought brings us to step 10. Everybody follow along.
I'm on page 84, Jan. Oh, there, yeah, yes. Okay. Jeff, alcoholic, South Beach. This thought brings us to step 10, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and continue to set right any new mistakes as we go along. We vigorously commenced this way of living as we cleaned up the past. We have entered into the world of the spirit. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. This is not an overnight matter. It should continue for our lifetime. Continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. When these crop up, we ask God at once to remove them. We discuss them with someone immediately and make amends quickly if we have harmed anyone. Then we resolutely turn our thoughts to someone we can help, because love and tolerance of others is our code.
Okay, stop right there. Would you explain that, please? And Sam, listen, because this is your assignment. Go ahead, explain it to everybody there, Jeff. What is this all about?
Okay, Jeff, alcoholic. This is what, it's an ongoing thing. We learn how to take the personal inventory and how we might have harmed people, and so we learn how to recognize what we've done and then how to rectify it, and we have to realize that we are driven, constantly all our lives, either whether we know it or not. Now we're just understanding we're driven by fear, selfishness, dishonesty, and resentment. And now we learn how to do two things: recognize these as we go along. More and more, we learn to recognize them, and then we learn what to do about them, how to make ongoing, adjustments to how those attitudes affected others in our lives.
Would you write this out when you're doing it? Would you write it out, pen and paper?
When I'm doing it on a daily basis, not always. When I probably should, but no. But I do when I think of it, yes.
But if you have a big problem with somebody, this might be the time to write it out. You know what I mean? If there's something that kicks off,
It's hard. It's really hard to find the big problems. I mean, I look in the mirror and then a lot of times I go, hey,
Well, yeah, but you have 39 years. But a guy like Sam, do you run into big problems every day, or not so? Or how are you doing?
I mean, depends on what aspect of my life we're talking about, but I would say frequently run into problems. I guess things that tick me off or I lose my patience over, which I shouldn't. But yeah, the answer is yes.
I was always running into big problems, Sam and Jeff. I'm like kind of an AA asshole. I'm one of those people out there churning up inventory all the time, crises here, crises there. Not so much anymore. But then I stay home. I lock myself in the house. I don't let myself out. You know, like how much trouble can I cause in a flower garden? Not too much. All right. Okay, Jeff. So keep
Thank
reading.
you. Thank you.
Keep reading.
Okay. Love and tolerance of others is our code. Jeff Alcoholic. We have ceased fighting anyone or anything, even alcohol, for by this time sanity will have returned. We will seldom be interested in liquor. If tempted, we recoil from it as from a hot flame. We react sanely and normally, and we find that this has happened automatically.
Would you stop there for a second, please?
Yes.
You see where it says, and we've ceased fighting anything or anyone? How many of you got sober and every time you turn around, you're in the shit with somebody someplace? I'm that guy. Yeah, okay, there you go. Lisa's raised. So yeah, raise your hand. There's a bunch of liars in here, but go ahead. So, but listen, yeah, I mean, I would just get in trouble. And then I developed a career where I would be in crises, Jeff. I'd be like, cease fighting anything and everyone. I had a career where I was fighting everyone and everything. Like, what the hell kind of career is that? I'm not doing it so much anymore. I'm doing this. But us alcoholics, we are prone to crises, drama, and all of that. And it says here we ceased fighting anything and anyone. Well, how boring is that? Right? Raise your hand. Boring. I'm going to go home and fight with my wife. Don't do that. Let's fight with the husband. He deserves to, you know, just start kicking. And you kids, where's that dog? Oh my God, he's hiding. That's what we're like. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff Alcoholic. I instead of being looking for drama, I had fear because I said all of a sudden this book was telling me what a botch I was, and maybe I was a botch with a good cover, and oh boy, so how do I really do this thing? I was a botch with a good cover.
All right,
Only the
keep
book had
reading.
found me out.
This is for you, Sam. Okay, go. Hey, Sam, you want to read? Start with we react sanely and normally. Go ahead.
Here, react sanely and normally, and we will find that this has happened.
Slowly. Read slowly. Okay.
Got it. And we will find that this has happened automatically.
So read that again.
Okay. React sanely and normally, and we will find that this has happened automatically. Okay. We will see that our new attitude toward liquor has been given us without any thought or effort on our part. It just comes. That is the miracle of it.
So stop right there. Some people say, well, if you work the steps and you do this and you do that and you read this and you do that and you go to some, then that somehow you'll get sober and you'll decide not to drink. But that's not actually the case. The case is that we will see that our new attitude toward liquor has been given us without any thought or effort on our part. It just comes. That's the miracle of it. So the big miracle of it is, Sam, God reaches into us and takes away the desire to drink. That's really what they're saying there. That's the miracle of AA right there. So in a sense, we're saying these 12 steps in this program is a process how to live your life without drinking. And then bam, here comes the fourth dimension. The Holy Spirit, God reaches into our psyche and removes the desire for us to drink. It just comes. That's the miracle of it. We are not fighting it, neither are we avoiding temptation. We feel as though we have been placed had been placed in a position of neutrality, safe and protected, not even sworn off like the Washingtonians. Instead, the problem has been removed. It does not exist. We are neither cocky nor afraid. That is our experience. That is how we react as long as we keep fit spiritual condition. So see, that's the anyways. So what we just talked about is the miracle, Sam.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's the miracle. It's God working in our life. I don't know how many of you feel that have where that's happened, but I felt it happen. Yeah, there you go, some time ago, and I never went back to drinking. That was the end of it for me. Well, you know, we call it a lot of different things in here, but so this is your assignment to read this and do it 84 through 88. My suggestion is you do this every day for like 30 days straight, all the way through 88, okay?
Okay.
All right. So good. How'd you like this little session?
It's perfect. I mean, reading it by myself is one thing, but to get like hear from Jeff, hear from you,
Yeah.
all your experience, that's a lot of weight that adds to it.
Yep. Excellent. Good for everybody. Everybody, really. This is like, this is the heart of the AA program right here. If everybody just did this for 30 days, I guarantee. Okay, let's go to Joe in Boston. Joe, what was your reading and writing assignment for today?
I do not have a reading assignment, and my writing assignment was the steps or the 12 things of God as 10 things of God as a superhero.
If God were a superhero or a best friend. So you always have a reading assignment. What's the last thing you read?
I did Bill's story, and
have you read, did you read more about alcoholism?
About what?
More, it's called More About Alcoholism, chapter 3.
No.
Okay, have you read There Is a Solution yet?
I haven't read it for this, but I have read it.
Okay, well listen, read There Is a Solution for tomorrow. Now, what are your 10 attributes of a best friend? What did you come up with?
I'm just writing solution. Cure my desire to drink. Help me realize my source of shortcomings. Like I can tell with my example here was I can tell when my boyfriend gets in a bad mood, I can time it on meals, and he's diabetic, and oftentimes I can fix it that way. I wish I could realize.
Let's stop. 10 attributes of a best friend. What's the next one?
Okay, I was explaining mine, but okay.
No, but see, here's the deal. Listen to me. We don't care about your story, and we don't care about your boyfriend. All right, well, listen to me. The only thing we want to know is what are the 10 attributes of a best friend? If God were a best friend or a superhero, and your charge here, your job is to create this perfect God that can help you and take care of you. So what are some of the other attributes that you came up with?
To help me be more forgiving of myself.
Okay.
To be more patient with friends and family. To more understanding relationship with my daughter, meaning I'm usually good at reading people and I cannot read her at all. I want to feel safe. Sometimes it means physically, but financially, emotionally, or the future, Joe. 7, more time feeling like I have the higher power with me. I referenced the footsteps.
Nice.
And I guess I was running out of things. I said $1 million.
But listen, I think what you just came up with is perfect.
Okay. I have 2 more for
you said $1 million. Go ahead. What are the other 2? I had $1 billion. Hey, listen, I had $1 billion. So.
I want some of my physical injuries to be fixed because I keep hurting myself. Hopefully alcohol will help with some of that. And I need to rely more on the friends and family that I do have.
All right. All right, I love it. Good job. You're coming right along, Joe. And the fact is, you're sticking here. You're sticking with us. I know
Yes.
this isn't hard. I know this isn't easy. Okay, so I just want to acknowledge you have a lot of courage. You're doing the work, okay? And you're listening to me. You're paying attention. So you're doing what you're being assigned to. So good job on that. Congratulations. Look at that, Aaron
Thanks.
sending you hearts. Okay, the other thing is read tomorrow. For tomorrow, read pages 60 through 63, and we'll do a third step with you tomorrow. That would be
Okay.
that's your reading assignment for tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't worry about. Okay, 60 through 63, and tomorrow we'll do the third step. Good
Okay.
job. Way to
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah, okay. So now we're moving along here for people that have excuse me guys. Who else had an assignment? Hey, raise your hand if you had especially if you're new and you had reading assignment. I want to hear about everybody who's in like step 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go ahead, Ron. Go.
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, my reading assignment that was last given was reading 63 through 66 and began working on my step 4. And you can, well, my assignment was continue to work on step 4 and take care of myself.
Okay,
Oh, good.
wait, have you written, are you finished with step 4 now or not?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay. Well, keep writing on it. And then step 4 in the AA Big Book are pages 60, bottom is 63 to 71. And then over on our podcast, would you put a link up to our podcast, please, guys? And I wanted you to listen to some of our podcasts that discuss step 4. Did you do that at all?
Not on step 4, no. I did on another step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. You can do it on step 4 and or 5. All
Okay.
right, do that. And
All
then,
right.
okay, cool. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, way to go. No, Charlie, I'm going to get to you later at the end. All right, so just sit back and listen. Okay, Jason, go. What was your last reading?
I also
Unless I
had
gave you
step
this.
2. So if God were my best friend, I would want him to guide me through sobriety, help me heal mentally and grow spiritually, be open and honest, help me mend relationships, keep me in check, and teach me to love myself.
Well, how about keeping you sober?
Okay, I said guide me through sobriety, number 1, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, read them again slowly so I can hear them again. Go ahead.
Guide me through sobriety, help me heal mentally, grow spiritually, be open and honest, help me mend relationships, just keep me in check and teach me to love myself.
Yeah, you don't need a new car.
No, I'm good.
All right. No, because I like what what's her name said. She doesn't know what. I did actually have down $1 billion. I don't know why. I was like, I didn't get there, but all right. So well, that's good. So now let's go to have you read pages 60 through 63 for tomorrow. That'll be the third step, and remind me. We'll do the third step with you and some other people. Charlie, I have a question. Did we give you an assignment from yesterday? I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you said that you would give me an assignment today.
Oh, I said I was going to give you one today. How many times you been here?
This is my second day in a row, but I had 3 days last week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, you did. Okay, good. So, do you have a big book?
I do.
All right, read the preface and the 4 forwards for
Okay.
tomorrow. Preface and the 4 forwards in the AA Big Book for tomorrow, and write down 5 takeaways on each one. Hey, Matt, did I talk to Lori in Virginia? I did. Okay, good. I talked to Sam. We talked to Joe in Boston. Let me see here. You have to excuse me for a second, guys. Okay. So let me just go back through some of the new people that are here for today. Hey, Anna, with 3 days, how are you liking today's meeting?
I love it.
Well, you're welcome to come. Come for 5 days in a row, and we will put you to work, okay? Allie, hi. You're working on day 1, Allie. How are you doing? How are your withdrawals going?
I'm okay.
Yeah, how much were you drinking a day?
Like a bottle of wine or maybe a bottle and a half of wine.
Yeah, have you ever withdrawn before or gone through detox?
I had back in August, I went like 10 days and I feel like maybe like around day 3, I didn't feel so good and not sleeping.
So of course, one thing too is you can always check in with your primary care physician. Do you have one?
I do, yes.
You might check in with them. Have you checked your blood pressure?
I haven't, no.
You might. Do you have a blood pressure cuff?
I do not.
Okay, so two things. One is just so you know, for us, for everybody here, I ran the Alcohol Recovery Center here in Boulder. For 1 year, I ran the night shift and we got trained and all of this stuff. And in this meeting, we have people like today, there's a whole bunch of people in here who are detoxing. So we always like to recommend you check with your primary care physician. Sometimes they can help you if the detox is really bad, you start coming apart, you can get some medication for that. And critical things happen in detox, and I've witnessed it myself. So it's something kind of to not mess with. I mean, you kind of know. How old are you now?
I'm 42.
You're 42. Okay. So, I mean, it can happen at any age, but usually 30 and up, people can, they can blow up. You can have whatever, aneurysm, heart attack, all of that. Especially if you're drinking as much as you are. So I would check in with your doctor and I would check my blood pressure. And I would call him today or her and say, I mean, do you feel comfortable doing that? Hey, I'm quitting drinking and things I know are going to get a little rough. Can you help me? Sometimes you'll admit you into the hospital for a medical detox or into the county. There's a county. Where are you? And you're in where are you? Indianapolis or where are you?
Yeah, just south of Indianapolis.
So there are all kinds of county detoxes that you can go to there. And have you ever been to one?
No, but I did call a place about outpatient today and they said to come in like for the detox. So,
Oh, they did.
yeah,
Okay, and what, do you have insurance and stuff or what?
I do, but they said I would have to be there for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and I just can't do that with work and everything.
Oh,
And yeah, and $6,000 upfront. So,
no, no, no. Listen,
I
so
am
in Indianapolis, look it up. So look this up, write this down. Look up county detox. Okay, do you have do you know what county you're in?
yeah.
Okay, so maybe talk to your doctor. You don't need to go to one of those fancy schmancy hospitals that charge you a goddamn fortune, but you can go to the county detox, or you can do if you're working, your doctor, you can go see your doctor and he can sometimes they'll give you some Librium, Valium, blood pressure medication, that sort of thing, so you don't blow up, that kind of, especially if you have, do you have a job, kids and all of that or what?
I do. I have a full-time job.
Okay, there you go. So I would do that. Let's get your blood pressure checked. Okay, talk to your doctor. You can do it, just with your doctor and coming to this meeting. Come here for 5 days, and if you like it, do you like the meeting or what?
Yes, it was great. Thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah, just do that. Check in with your doctor tonight. MJ, Minneapolis. Where the hell are we? Sorry, he just bounced around. Okay. Hey, MJ, how are you liking today's meeting?
I enjoyed it. It's I like the structure. I like the assignment part. It's
How are
kind of
you feeling? You have 4 days. Fourth day is usually one of the bad days for detox.
yeah. I've been doing this rigmarole of like
Oh, yeah.
being sober for 40 days and then drinking for 3 days straight.
How are you
And
feeling today?
I feel good, man. Like honestly, like I really don't want to do this no more. I'm tired of just getting,
Well, here's the deal. Come here
right
for 5 days
on.
and see how you like it, and then we'll put you to work. Anna in Long Island. Hey, Anna, how are you? We haven't talked to Anna yet, have we, Cass?
I think it did, but I'm good.
Oh, how are you liking today's meeting? You like it?
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah. So you're in your third day of detox also, huh?
I am. Today's day 3.
How's it going?
It's going okay.
Well, you know what I just told everybody else. I always like to see people check your blood pressure. Do you have a blood pressure cuff?
I get it checked constantly. You go to a local CVS, you could do it right there.
Well, I mean, but your third day of detox, which is generally the worst. So you need to check in with your primary care and check your blood pressure, check your oxygen level. We don't want to see you blow up. Um, very important. Kale, California. So you got minus 40, and you got 4 days. So how are you? How are you feeling today? Any good? And Gail. Sorry, Gail.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. How are you feeling 4 days in?
Anxious.
Anxious. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, do you know what your detox? I put up, I put up minus 40 because you had 40 years, right? See, so
Yep.
I like that. Well, who changed that? Minus 40. Minus 40. Leave it alone. Um, yeah. How are you? How much were you drinking each day?
At night, a big glass.
Of,
Bourbon, scotch,
oh, do you know when I
vodka.
when I finished drinking, I would be like, I'm only going to have one drink a day. So I'd go to the bar and hand them a glass like this, which is, I think this is about 10 ounces, Jeff. And you just pour it in there and then with a splash of Coca-Cola. That was a pint. And I would have 2 of those a day. Anyways, my suggestion to you is the same as everybody else. Check in with your primary care and, check your blood pressure, all of that stuff. Very important. Um, okay, we have Lisa, 13, Joe. I think we did, how do we do here? We're out of time, right? Matt, you want to read the promises? Sorry I didn't get to everybody here, but you know how it goes here. You know what we're doing. Guess what, Aaron? Uh, what?
Yeah, what about my assignment?
What was it?
I'm on 8 and 9 now, making the list.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Go ahead, Matt. You want to read the promises?
All right, Mad Alcoholic. These are the promises on page 83 of the Big Book. If we're painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We'll not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We'll comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We'll lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We'll intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We'll suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They'll always materialize if we work for them.
Okay.
Back to you, Jan.
And where am I?
In the studio.
That's of course I am. And Cassie, I have a question for you. Do you know what tomorrow is? It's Dog
Dog
Thursday.
Thursday.
Dog Thursday. You're gonna bring your dog tomorrow?
Yeah, they're both right next to me in bed.
Let's turn your camera on them. Let's see
They're
them.
just- Well, I've got my Chromebook, so this is a little awkward. There's
Okay.
that one that's on the bed,
Oh my
and the other
God.
one's on. I don't know. The other one's like dying on the floor somewhere.
Okay. So Dog Thursday tomorrow, everybody. Bring your dog.